Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to show you basically my review on the Ordinary Foundation. Now I've heard quite a few good things about this, so I thought I would give it a try as it's only £6, like, you know, it's not really going to be a waste. So I am obsessed with the Ordinary's like oils and stuff like that, the acids they have. I use them in my skincare routine, so I thought I might as well just try this out and see what it's like. So this is supposed to be a high coverage foundation, basically saying you won't need much. I'm going to just use my normal amount that I put on my face and what I'm used to working with, so everything will be the same as my normal makeup routine, except obviously I'll be using this. So I have normal to dry skin and I'm not sure which skin type this foundation is for, but we're going to see how it works for my skin, and I'm going to do check-ins throughout the day so you guys can see how the foundation's lasting and how it's wearing, and see if it is actually a long-lasting high coverage foundation as well as just being high coverage. So I'm going to show you the application process now of how I put the foundation on, and then I'll be back and yeah. Okay, so I've got the foundation and I've only got like primer on my skin, how I usually prime with the Versali and the Too Faced Prime Poreless. So I'm just gonna go in with this and see if it's any good. I'm just going to use a beauty blender because, like I've said in my previous videos, I'm no good with a brush. So right, so I'm just going to use like the usual amount. So take one pump at the start and just dot it around my face. Now I used to have problematic skin, which is why I dot it everywhere. Yeah, but now I have like, I'd say normal to dry skin, but mainly like on the dry side. So I'm just gonna dot it everywhere because I don't know, it said it's high coverage, so I'm not sure how much to put on. Like, I've swatched it before, so I know it's okay with my skin, but I don't know how the coverage is going to be, so I'm just going to spread it. I have got like little like a rash by my eye at the minute, so I'll see if it's going to cover that as well. So this is what we're looking like. It's quite a good match. This one is very fair neutral, so 1 neutral. So it's 1 neutral, 1N. So I'm just going to blend it and see how it goes. It has got like a little bit of a warm tone to it for a neutral foundation. I don't know if you can see that on camera. You can a little bit actually. So it is warmer than what I'm used to. So I'm just going to see how much it can actually cover. It looks really nice so far. It's blended out nice and easy. It hasn't got any smell to it either. I know some people don't like foundations to have a smell, but this one literally just smells like makeup, so I guess that's good. I do wonder what it's like to use a brush. I don't use one because I usually get the little streaks everywhere, and I find a beauty blender is much easier and I get better coverage out of it, but again it depends on the foundation. I'm just not used to using a brush, so I don't bother with it. Wow, it's actually got really good coverage. Not bad for £6. Just making sure it's all blended so I can go with my concealer and the rest of my makeup. I think that's going to do for now. So this is what we're looking like. I've got foundation all over my hands, but the skin actually doesn't look too bad. You can still see my skin and it doesn't look like skin still. But overall it has completely like fixed my complexion. There's no real red bits, only like my spots, but concealer will finish that off. I'm going to zoom you guys in. Let me blend this into my neck a bit because I think it is a little bit dark for me. So there is slight creasing because I haven't set it yet, but it has got rid of my pores. My pores are massive, as you guys know. So I'm not mad at it. It looks pretty nice, to be honest. So it is full coverage, I'd say, but it is like skin, like the finish, which is really weird. Because usually when it's like really full coverage, it's like quite cakey. And this doesn't actually look like too bad at all, so I'm actually really impressed with it. So I'm just going to finish my makeup and then I will come back and show you guys what the foundation is looking like with the rest of my face on, because it's kind of hard to judge it just with the foundation on purely, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on its own. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I finished the rest of my face off. The foundation actually looks really nice on the skin. It is, I'd say, full coverage, and it has actually gone on really nice. It's not emphasising my pores. Let me zoom you guys in. So you can still see my pores and it does look like skin, so I'm not too mad at it at all, to be honest. Like, obviously I have really big pores, so it's quite hard to cover it, so I'm used to using my primers and stuff, but overall it's not too bad. It hasn't emphasised my dry patches. Like, you can see they're dry, you can see that I've still got like spots and stuff. It hasn't hid them like completely, but it looks like skin, which is a really nice finish. There's not really any creasing either. like I'm not getting any creasing from it, so that is really nice. I wanted to show you how it looks like straight after makeup. It's 1:30 now, so I'll do some check-ins throughout the day and see how long lasting it is and how long wearing the foundation will be. But for £6 it actually doesn't look bad so far, so I'm actually quite impressed with it. We'll see how it looks later and then I'll give you guys my like final thoughts. But overall it looks really nice. It just looks like skin, and yeah, so I'm gonna give it a few hours and then I will get back to you guys. Oh, I didn't say this does have 1 fluid ounce, so it is 30ml like a normal foundation, so you are getting your money's worth completely, because most foundations tend to have that as like their standard thing. So it doesn't look like it's got that much in the bottle, to be fair, like the size of it, like compared to like another foundation, but it does look quite small compared to a foundation, but it does have 1 fluid ounce in, which is good. So anyway, I'm gonna stop waffling and let's see how long this is gonna last. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I'm back for a check-in. It's 6 o'clock, just after 6, so the foundation's been on about, I think it's 5 hours ish, give or take, and honestly it's actually quite, like, I'm quite impressed with it. I haven't touched up at all. It's actually stayed in place quite well. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. My forehead literally doesn't look any different, which is cool. It is sinking into my pores a little bit, but not like horrendously bad, and it is clinging to my dry patches, but on the whole it is looking quite good. So I'm not mad at it like so far. I'd probably compare this to a high-end foundation like Urban Decay or Nicer, just by the way it's sitting. Urban Decay doesn't sink into my pores as much as this, but for £6, like, it's actually a bargain, like what you're getting. It does actually still look really pretty on the skin, and I think it might be my light that's making me look a bit like shiny, because I'm not shiny usually, as I usually have quite dry skin. So yeah, it's overall doing really well and I'm really impressed with it. Not bad. And I would agree with the claim that it is full coverage. Yeah, it's covered most of my, well, all of my redness, and my skin actually looks like skin. It doesn't look like I've just put like a cake of foundation on. You know, like some foundations, they like look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. So yeah, I'm not mad at it at all, and I will be back in a few hours to check in with you guys again and to give you my final thoughts. So I will see you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, so it's about 11 o'clock at night. It's been 9.5 hours since I initially put the foundation on. I always hate doing like the end of the video because I always look like a greasy mess. Well, most of the time. But yeah, so obviously it's looking a bit of a hot state right now. My skin is going all shiny, you know, when the foundation, like, I don't want to say gives up on your skin, but it's like just not having it anymore. So to be fair, if you look from a distance, it doesn't look too bad. I just look really shiny, which is normal obviously after a long period of wearing foundation. Most of the time people look a bit like oily just because the foundation's coming off. On the whole, for a drugstore foundation that's £6, I think it did okay. It's still on my face, well, most of it. It's still covering, but it just looks a bit greasy. But it did hold up most of the day. I don't think it did too bad. For £6, I would definitely buy it again. I don't think it's, what's the word, like really long lasting, but I do think it is like a high-end product with a drugstore price, if you know what I mean. It does feel quite high-end as well. Like, obviously now looking at it, it looks a bit like, whoa. But it did sit really beautifully for most of the day, and it stays on my face, and it covered my skin discolorations and other imperfections, so I'm not actually mad at it. Yeah, I would have to touch up. This is like without touching up at all, obviously, just to see how it performs on its own. But yeah, with touching up, I think it would look really good. I would look all shiny and everything. If you like blot throughout the day, obviously your foundation's gonna look way better at this sort of time. I didn't do any of that. I haven't touched up any of my face at all, so I look a bit of a hot mess. But yeah, apart from that, it actually looks really okay. So if I touch it up now, it'll probably look alright and it'll be good to go again. If you guys want to see that sort of thing, let me know. If you want me to actually touch on my foundation just to see how it looks. I'm just doing it to see how long lasting and how much it will actually stick onto my face. So I don't think this did too bad compared to other foundations I've tested. I'm obviously going to keep doing this because I actually really enjoy recording this. So yeah, let me know what foundation you want to see me test next and I will do that. I've got like Anastasia, YSL, Urban Decay, Too Faced, those sort of brands. So if you let me know down below, I'll be happy to do one of them. Otherwise I'll just pick one at random and you guys can see for yourself. So let me know what you thought of this one. I'm going to zoom in right now. So here we are, completely sunk into my pores, but they don't actually look awful. I mean, I've had worse. My chin always rubs off, I don't know why, but I always get like no foundation on my chin. I think it's because I touch it, and my forehead is looking very shiny, so yeah, it's looking a bit like a lighthouse. Okay, so my T-zone, where I usually get greasy, obviously is greasy because of the foundation. It just tends to break down like that, and that is how we end up looking. So I might, on my next review, touch up my foundation and show you guys then what it looks like, just with like blotting powder or something like that. But if you don't want to see that, then let me know. If you just want a completely raw sort of long wearity test, because I think that's kind of fun, because otherwise the foundations are just gonna look the same as you put it on. So, you know, I think that's more fun to do. But yeah, I think this would look really good if I did manage to touch it up throughout the day, because it does look like it's a very high coverage sort of foundation, and it is quite buildable as well, because this is just one layer. You guys saw me put it on and I didn't actually need to put like a second layer on or anything. So it is very full coverage, I'd say, and for the price point it's amazing. You can't go wrong. So this does get a thumbs up from me. Can't wait to wear it throughout the day and manage to touch it up and stuff and see how it looks then. If it still looks flawless, I'm pretty sure it will look how it looked like when I first put it on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.